How's it going, people? It is Liam Caddison here, and we're reacting to The Good Place as we get into episode number 8 of season 4. Yeah, things are compromised at the minute with the experiment coming to a halt, with a, I guess, drastic last move that Eleanor and Michael pulled to Brent, and Chidi, he was there as well. But with Brent, he suddenly began to have a crisis in regards to his own attitude, and just when things were looking on the up, the experiment came to a pause. So this should be very, very interesting to digest, because it hasn't been a smooth sailing experiment, and of course that wasn't helped by the Bad Place's shenanigans. But there's just been some frustrations amongst, I guess, the four humans, I guess. Don't want to call them experiments. It sounds a bit morbid. I know that's the true reality of it, but yeah. Yeah, there's been some tensions, and that was escalated in the last episode, especially when there was the option to save Brent. But you had Simone, who was not playing ball with the fact that why should we bother helping him when he's been a jerk all of this time? And of course that came in conflict with Chidi's beliefs. So yeah, it's going to be very interesting to see the outcome of this whole experiment, because we are hoping for some success, but I'm not feeling too confident right now. So, you know, we'll have to take what we can get, I guess. But yeah, let's get into episode number 8 of season 4 for The Good Place. Looking forward to checking this episode out. So with that said, let's go.
Chidi on the toilet. The best seat. Let's wake him up. You know, so I can, like, be reunited with the man
Get
I
his
love.
memories back.
Snappy memory fixie.
The judge says no one gets unfrozen until she's ruled on the case.
Oh,
Humans
let's make it quick
here.
then.
You can't see the numbers.
Hang on. I worked my ass off.
She ran pretty much the experiment.
How we did?
Yes.
Our state tax credit.
Hang on. This is how we take our minds off the judge's ruling. Let's throw ourselves
They're gonna have a funeral
to end all funerals.
Oh my goodness.
And you know what they say in Florida? If you don't like this funeral, just wait a minute.
Ugh, the judge's chambers. I hate this.
You're a choker, Michael. And you're about to choke for the last time. Except for the
so
eternity
calming.
you're going to spend in the Bad Place being choked by me, who will be doing the choking.
Oh, dang.
Well, you're glue.
Oh, no.
We want you to know we're willing to give up all of our leverage, compromise, and meet you halfway.
I met your mom halfway last night.
Oh!
We are here to celebrate the afterlife of Tahani Al-Jamil in the place
They
she
are
felt
actually
most
going through
comfortable.
with this.
The cabin of a Gulfstream G650 private jet.
Anya was super nice and
Back support harness, and it worked in a pinch. She was the best friend I ever had. And I
They're
loved
supposed to play dead to Hani.
Thank you so much. That was wonderful.
I wish Chidi was here. It sucks that he's too
Don't
dead
break
for these
our
kind of
hearts, Jason.
funerals.
Can someone grab his arm?
Oh,
Kind of full with his
oh,
body.
yes.
You're so jacked.
Yeah, I mean, everything else is getting rebooted. Get a young hottie in there, you know, like a Zendaya type. Is it Zendaya or Zendaya?
Zendaya? Or, I don't know.
I mean, who would watch?
Sean?
Am I
Sean?
right?
You
Anyone?
got something to say?
Fine.
She was on Earth. Bam! Chidi got 26% better.
Nice.
Bam!
John?
Got 44%
Is Brent
better.
gonna choke? Yeah. Just by one now! Just by one!
Shouldn't have committed so hard to this Bam thing.
She died when I was pretty young. I lost her to the big sea. That's what we call the crocodile that lived by my house. I'm just playing. It was cancer. Watch me do a
Okay,
handstand.
okay.
Was when a seagull ate too many condoms on the beach and exploded. But despite it all, he was the most
Probably should be
optimistic person
drinking.
I'd ever...
Of people, and John didn't call one single person the C word.
But he did yell the C word at himself, as well as
Himself?
a pack of squirrels and a chair he tripped over.
Why are we even still
I
discussing
mean,
this,
I
Brent?
shoot myself in the
Got
foot all the
worse.
time.
Humans can't be good with
In
their
terms
needs
of
magically
emotions.
met.
I
Maybe they're
low
just not that
self-esteem.
good.
He's
6 people. That's the number of friends. And friends, are you going to sit there and say that every
Go
single
back to the
friend belongs in
Friends
hell?
references.
I mean, maybe Ross and Rachel.
Yeah.
And Monica and Joey. And definitely
No, leave
Chandler.
Monica alone. Chandler.
Phoebe?
Face it, Michael, you lost. Everything you've done. This experiment.
Leave Monica
the
and
original
Chandler
neighborhood,
alone. I'm not
sending
here
your
for
little
this
cockroach
slander.
buddies back to Earth.
With 10 seconds left, he swung way up.
This is it, Your Honor.
That was the
This is the
big
whole
move,
story.
wasn't it? This was the big thing
No
that
one
helped.
is beyond rehabilitation. Brent spent a year being an absolute diaper load of a human being, and the points total
And
tells
that
you
last
But what
moment,
that
he
number
shut
can't
up.
tell you is who he could have become tomorrow.
What if?
I never felt quite so seen as when she saw me.
Oh, I still
I
ship
know you
it
don't
so
like when people
bad.
get all emotional about you, so I channeled all of my love for you into this song. Wah 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 wah. Dunk 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 dunk.
Time and has judged every soul that has ever walked the earth. And I've come to the conclusion that you're right.
Holy fuck!
Humans are not fixed at one level of morality. They can always
Thank
get
you!
better. Which terms of how we handle this moving forward, obviously, Earth is canceled.
What? Wait, what? Earth's cancelled?
Humans on Earth and in the afterlife will be extinguished, and we will start the entire human race over from scratch.
What?
And you know what's so funny? In a very roundabout way, I am actually rebooting Ally McBeal because I'm rebooting everything.
Earth's getting a reboot?
You know, that whole thing is so weird. Like they fall out, and then the bigger teeth just grow out of that.
This
same
is
hole.
no. This
Gross.
ain't the way to go
Anyway,
about
The
it.
important thing is, Earth. How are you guys surprised? I mean, what did you think was going to happen if you won?
I don't know. I thought we could just like give
The system
3
gets
points for
reevaluated,
eating
not
an apple
Earth.
instead of 2.
See you at the crossroads. Oh, I'm gonna miss you guys. Okay. Bye, y'all.
At least that way it's not gonna work. Janet!
Janet! What the hell? Give it back!
No.
The
it's
queen!
in my void and you can't have it. I don't. What do you mean? It's not in my void?
No.
Bad Janet! Oh,
I
sh!
feel like such a wiener hole saying this, but Michael wrote a manifesto and I read it on
It's
the
changed.
toilet. I don't have to poop, I choose to.
And I am not going to see it undone by 2 Janets playing keep away.
Oh, I should have explained. It's not 2 of us, it's all
It's-
of us.
Oh my god, are we having an endgame moment? We are having an endgame moment!
What it is, what it is.
What's the plan? Plan. Step 1, get a plan. Step 2, do the plan. Yeah. This is working.
Michael, focus.
Make the plan. Expect the
so
plan
if
to
we
go
can't
off the rails.
Change the points and maybe we can
Throw away the plan.
change.
Was smart enough
Cheaty.
and thoughtful enough to save humanity.
He needs it back. He needs everything back.
I'll do it.
Dummy. Designing a better afterlife is the.
It's to save humanity? You think that will go well?
I don't know how it's gonna go, but he is our only chance, and it is now.
It's a
or never.
contradiction, but
Wake
it's
him up.
the biggest move you can make in
Not in
top.
this, Janet. Next.
Oh. Gotta make it count. Gotta make it count. That's the thing. If you're gonna save humanity, then he needs to be woken up. Then again, judges aren't really, like, I'm just thinking back to real world comparison. Judges, sometimes sentences might not be justifiable enough and whatnot, and here we go. Humanity's being threatened to be wiped out because the system is just too slow. It's operating on Windows 95, basically. No, it's not an effective way of monitoring humanity, and thus is corrupted itself because of how it's not humanity's fault. It's the system. I'm just, yeah. So, oh my god, that Janet is queen shit. Basically, she is just superb. That ploy the way she took the remote, I guess, as I'll call it. I'll just call it that. But just the way she did that and how all of Janet emerged was just super neat. So yeah, but it's gonna be exciting for these next few episodes, especially now that a decision has been made. Humanity's extinction. Well, I say extinction, the first version, but here's my issue. What's to say this is going to be a more improved version of humanity? What if it's worse? It's in my mind, it's the conundrum of like, it's just a repeat scenario, if anything, of The Good Place. You know, when Michael tried to reboot it after he got discovered the first time, and he couldn't quite perfect. How can you expect humanity to perfect themselves by rebooting the whole thing? It's so messed up. It is so forked up. It was looking so good, and there was of course that worry inside of me that there's going to be a but. And because the system is so forked up, humanity pays the price, because in simple terms, the judge is like, it's a mess down there, so yeah. But yeah, the system just needs a bit of a rework. And it's not like humanity, it's not like the entirety of humanity is going to change, is going to be great. That's impossible. There's always going to be that good and evil split. So, yeah. It's a mess down there, and it's still going to be a mess. No matter how many times you reboot Earth, it's like, you know, if you're gonna reboot a show, it might be even worse, and I think that's the irony of it, because there is of course the idea that a lot of shows that you can reboot, it's not going to be it doesn't pack the same punch the original did. Like, I'm trying to think of a good enough example, but there's going to be shows out, like if you rebooted Friends, for example, it's not going to be the same. Definitely not. The original has just as will never be surpassed, and despite all the evil, despite all the bad people there is out there, you can never. It's just like the whole situation with racism, like any kind of homophobia, all that. Sadly, that as much as we want to make sure that that doesn't exist, it's going to be a constant thing. Sadly, that's just the way some people will work, because there's always going to be that good and bad you know, level. So, you know, rebooting humanity solves nothing. It doesn't solve anything. If anything, you might make them worse. It might make them better. But are you really taking a gamble on that? Because the system is forked up? Because it's shitty, basically? That's my takeaway of it, because, yeah. But I really love the idea that Brent was improving. Like, we saw the screen like, it wasn't looking good. But there was that blip in those final 10 seconds. And that proves the fact that, well, he was being genuine when he was going to apologize to Chidi. And I mean, like, I think it was pretty much evident when you saw the concern on his face. But the results don't lie, I guess. So, yeah. But, pardon me, I just burped. Yeah, I really loved how this episode rolled around. Probably one of my favorites this season. It was great with the whole funeral gags. that was a well, I say gags. I mean, there was some moments that were, um, that didn't take the mood out of things. I guess, like Jason's bit, especially when he was talking about his mum. Like I'm surprised they actually because you had a feeling they're not going to name drop cancer when he's going to mention the big C. It's going to be something ludicrous, and then he's like, just kidding, it was cancer. So that was a twist there. But yeah, I loved the funeral bits, as well as the fact that it really solidifies the relationships that the good place that the humans in the good place have with each other, and I feel like funerals, of course, it's it can be regarded as a celebration of life, and what we have right here is them getting, I guess, the funerals that they never got to see, but also being surrounded by the people who've helped each other out. So yeah, of course, yeah, it's going to fill in the time whilst Michael and Co are discussing this whole situation, but with the comments that they were making, it really does make a good impact in terms of what they mean to each other, etc. So yeah, but yeah, I really Janet or Bad Janet or any Janet MVPs of this episode, especially with Bad Janet changing her agenda, and she with Michael's manifesto, she is designated to just be intolerable, and she is spitting facts and has a kind of change in her mind, basically, about the way humanity works and whatnot, and yeah, it was such an important lesson. She's distributing it out there because Michael is not exactly wrong with his analysis on humanity and whatnot, and it's gone to a point where Bad Janet's even having a reconsideration. That is, I feel like that's proof enough. If anything, if Bad Janet is feeling some kind of pain regarding the consequences humanity is about to suffer, I guess it could just, they could not feel pain. But you get the idea. The punishment that humanity is about to suffer. If Bad Janet is having a bit of a disagreement with the way that we are handling this situation, and she can roast humans all day, I think that speaks volumes about how I wouldn't say unorthodox this situation is, but how unfair. Especially since, like I said, the whole human race, the whole universe is going to feel I guess. Would it be just the Earth, or because that would, I'm not sure if that would cause complications to the universe. I'm not sure, but yeah, the point is the whole Earth is getting shafted because the system is flawed. So yeah, but it was just really, really amazing, this episode. I loved all the Janets coming out. It was just literally, I think when you have some people just emerge from the pot, it's gonna bring you back Endgame vibes. This might have been made before Endgame was released, but you're gonna reference it anyways, and why not? So yeah, but either way, it was so awesome, and I'm really looking forward to the whatever twist they have in terms of hiding the judge's remote in regards to in regards to the Janets, because she's investigating them one by one and then marbleizing them, which they can unmarbleize, can't they? Yeah, because that was a thing, and yeah. So yeah, but it was really, really amazing to see what does happen. What's Chidi's gonna do, because yeah, I get that this is a pretty decisive move to make, to put the most important decision in the universe in the hands of the most indecisive man in the universe, probably. But this is the Hail Mary, so go big or go home, or basically go out, I guess. I don't know, but this is the only option that we have, so we gotta get there. So it's going to be very interesting to see what does happen. But yeah, really like the idea that, of course, we did have a bit of a victory, but at what cost? There's always a but. And even liking the idea of revisiting what was happening with Season 3 when we had Team Soul Squad change the lives of, I guess, those connected to members of Team Soul Squad, and we found out what's been happening with them, because that was, of course, that big ambition to influence them for the better and change their lives around, and that it's that humanity at the end of the day. Michael, I really liked his speech when he was talking about how people improve because of that love and support. So it was a really, really nice speech, but again, it was really nice to touch up upon those who are connected to the Soul Squad team, because we are seeing the fundamental differences that they are having through their lives because of the humanity of Team Soul Squad. So, and it's also giving proof that people will change, and not everyone, like, you can trip over, like, you can accidentally step on a bug, and doesn't make you a bad person. So and people have the ability to have that change. Like, heck, Brent, who is he was abhorrently difficult. He was a pain in humanity's ass, basically. He was just 1% off in terms of the, like, improvement thing. I mean, and granted, we've never seen a whimper of this guy be very, very humble. Just those final 10 seconds, and it was enough to see his progress in the good place. Was pretty much enough. What would have happened beyond those 10 seconds? Give him another minute, maybe he would probably be in the green, which is pretty interesting. And he wouldn't be that far off from, I'm not sure how far off he would be in terms of what he would have to do to be in level with Chidi and co, but still, pretty impressive stuff. So, from a guy who I would love to punt in the head, should I say, because of how he's just a sickening human, but those, like, 10 seconds really even if it wasn't a complete 100% on the test, I would say it was it was 1%, negative 1%. So I would say it was a 90%, 95% on the test. I wouldn't say it was a 75, because of course 3 were in the green, 1 were not. So I wouldn't say it was 75%. So it was 3 out of 4, but considering he was a fraction off from hitting the goose egg, so, oh man, I love this show, and I'm sad that we're, I'm sad that we're coming to a close with this show, because it's just been superb, and like I said, the twist, I guess, in terms of, like, cancelling Earth, cancel culture, right? That's a very, very interesting way of going about it, which I can see stretching out for quite some time, until we do reach, I guess, the final bit for the good place. It's a very, very intense way, because humanity's on, like, they've got a knife to their throats, and it's all about like, what is going to happen. So, but I will see you guys next time. Hope you guys enjoyed this reaction. You can check my videos on the right if you want to check out more of my content. You can also subscribe to my media feeds and channel if you want to. Hope you guys enjoyed this reaction. Hope you guys take care, and I will see you guys next time. Toodles!